Good evening, dear students. Am I visible? Am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
अ, चलो हम शुरू करते हैं फिर. Shall we continue, students?
Yes, sir.
मनोज कौन कौतला?
Sir,
कौन कौतला कह? कौन कौतला?
sir କିଛି ନାହିଁ ଆପଣ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସାର୍
Okay, okay. Shall we start?
ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କଲେ ବି ହବ ଯେ ମାତ୍ର 10 ଜଣ ବି ଜଏନ୍ ହେଇନାହାନ୍ତି।
Okay, we'll wait only 1 or 2 minutes more. Then we'll start. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let's get the students joined. So we shouldn't wait. Time is important for us. Very good. Most of the students have joined today. So I have the maximum students today. Around 45 students are there. 47. Okay, great. Am I slides visible to you?
Sir, ଆବାଜ ଆସୁନି।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ଭଏସ ଆସୁଛି ନା ଆସୁନି?
ନା ସାର୍ କିଛି ଶୁଭା ଯାଉନି।
ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଶୁଭୁନି ନା କାହାକୁ ଶୁଭୁନି?
No, sir. Voice ଆସୁନି.
ନା ସାର୍ ଭଏସ ସ୍ଲୋ ଆସୁଛି।
ହ୍ୟାଲୋ
ଭଏସ ଆସୁଛି ସାର୍।
ହଁ ସାର୍ ଏବେ ଆସିଲା।
Okay, fine. Those who are not in.
ସାର୍ କିଛି ବି ଶୁଭା ଯାଉନି।
Suchusmita madam, please rejoin. I hope others are audible to me. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
others
sir.
are listening. Please try to join. I hope others are joining. Fine. So, dear students, today again I am also welcoming you all to the digital platform of IGNO class on our paper MES-14 Societal Context of Education. Today we will see the equity and excellence in educational perspectives, or equity and excellence in education. So you know that the government of India is always trying to provide the facilities to the learners as well as the peoples, maintaining equity.
ସାର୍ ଟୋନ କିଛି ଶୁଭୁନି, ପାଖକୁ ନେଲେ ଶୁଭୁଛି, ଦୂରରୁ କିଛି ବି ଶୁଭୁନି।
ଶୁଭୁନି ସାର୍ କିଛି ବି।
Hello.
ଶୁଭା ଯାଉଛି ସାର୍।
ସାର୍ ଅଡିବୁଲ ହଉଛି।
ସାର୍
ଦେଖ
ଆମମାନଙ୍କୁ ଅଡିବଲ ହଉଛି।
ଦେଖ ଯୋଉମାନଙ୍କର ଅଡିବୁଲ ହଉନି ସେମାନେ ଟିକେ ଆଉ ଥରେ ଜଏନ କର, ବିକଜ ଆଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ସି ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ମାଇ ଅଡିଓ is audible
ओके
because
ओके
it
सर।
reflects in the screen. Okay, it reflects in the screen that am I my voice is connecting or not. If you are not audible, I hope others are audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Fine, chalo. I hope they are in network issue they have. So society and the state employ education to achieve several national goals prospectively. And we can say that the promotion of equality among the people and excellence in the field of economics, civics, cultural spheres of life, these are very plays very significant role. Hmm. Or you mean having certain important goals for which education is being used or employed. ଏଟା ଗତକାଲି ଆମେ ଡିସ୍କସନ କରିଥିଲେ, it plays a important role or the process of globalization. Life has begun everywhere, and as we are Indians, our society is also in the thick of globalization. So to make a mark, to make a place in the globalizing world, there is an important need to maintain quality and standards and be in the forefront of certain kind of competitions. Because of what? Because to achieve excellence in value in this direction. And you know that there is inequality in society. This is also increasing, leading to social tension, disintegration. ତାହେଲେ କ'ଣ କରାଯାଇପାରିବ? So ଗୋଟେ peaceful in nation towards the progress and prosperity is possible with the pursuit of excellence. and this should be directed also the pursuit of equity. Can anybody tell me the difference between equity and equality? Anybody? Anyone?
सर इक्वालिटी माने समस्तଙ୍କୁ समान देबाटा और इक्विटी माने जहा के जतकी देबार कथा माने ताके दरकार सेतकी देबाटा
Excellent. Anybody else?
सर प्रश्न सर सुनी पाइलेन टिके
What is equality and what is equity? A difference
सर
कौन?
आमे इक्वालिटी माने समस्तଙ୍କୁ गोटे पाठ पढेबा समस्तଙ୍କୁ माने गोटे एग्जांपल सर आमे तृतीय चतुर्थ पंचम श्रेणी पिलांकु आमे समान नंबर जोता दबा कि समान साइज रो ड्रेस दबा एटा इक्वालिटी आ इक्विटी हो जे सेमानकु पचारि करे दबा माने तृतीय पिलांकु छोटो साइज चतुर्थ पिलांकु ताटू मीडियम साइज आ पंचम पिलांकु माने तार एक्सीड साइज ता तांको जतिके दरकार सेति दबा
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay. So you got the point actually. The difference between equality and equity. Equality, it talks about providing the same facilities to all irrespective of any kind of discriminations. Same thing. When we talk about equity, providing the opportunity or facility as per their need. As per their need, according to their need, when we provide the facility. Very simpler term. That is just very simple difference between equity and equality. Okay, got it. So there is equity and equity and excellence in education. How is it possible? So first of all, equity is a constitutional value, right? Equity you can talk about, it is a constitutional value. How? The Constitution of India is a blueprint for the creation of a new society. That is, the democratic socialism. So this says that a movement wherein the people's ଆମର ଇଚ୍ଛା ଆଗ୍ରହ interest are treated as supreme value. And there are certain articles of Indian Constitution guarantee fundamental rights to all the individuals. So the rights envisioned, the society is founded on four fundamental values. कौन से four fundamental value of our constitution?
Sir, justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity.
Robina Sahu, anything you want to say?
No, sir.
Okay. So who gave the answer? Anyone, please answer again.
Sir, Ankita.
Yes. So thank you very much, Ankita. You give the right answer. That is your justice, equality, liberty, and fraternity. These four fundamental values. So several policies and strategies has been adopted by the India state for which purposes? For bringing equality, distribution of land to landless, special incentives in agriculture, irrigation, power supply, building construction to disadvantaged peoples or population. We can say that a nationwide scheme of public distribution of pulses, oil, kerosene at subsidized rates government is providing. Fertilizers, ଧାନ ଚାଷ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଧାନ ବି ଦିଆଯାଉଛି, ସିଡ୍ସ, ସବସିଡ୍ସ, progressive taxation, so are there. Even we can talk about that. Even in educational policies and strategies in India are also geared towards the promotion of equality. In fact, education is one of the most important instrument for smoothing the new society, a visualized society by the constitution. Because in the sense of non-violent, in the sense of peacefulness, and you can talk about the enlightened strategy for creation of a very, very simple, sober society.
ଭଏସ୍ ଲ୍ୟାଗ୍ ହଉଛି।
Yes,
ସାର୍ ଭଏସ୍ ଲ୍ୟାଗ୍ ହଉଛି।
Smitali Proharaj
ଆଜ୍ଞା ସାର୍।
and Ankita, ମୋର ଭଏସ ଶୁଭୁଛି?
ସାର୍ ଭଏସ୍
Yes,
ଆସୁଛି
sir.
ମୁଁ
Yes, sir.
କହୁଥିଲି।
Yes, sir. Yes.
ଶୁଭୁଛି sir.
ଗୀତାଞ୍ଜଳି, ତମେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଭଏସ ଶୁଣି ପାରୁଛ?
Yes, sir.
ଗୀତାଞ୍ଜଳି, ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Yes, sir. Yes.
କାହାକୁ ଭଏସ ଶୁଭୁନି? It may be due to some technical glitch or internet connectivity. I am in the Wi-Fi.
କ୍ଲାସ୍ କେବେଠୁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲାଣି?
ଆଜି ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ।
ସାର୍ ମୋ ପାଖକୁ କିଛି ମେସେଜ ବି ଆସିନି। ଆଜି ମେସେଜ ଆସିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ଗୁଗୁଲ ମିଟ ରେ ଜଏନ କରିଛି।
So I am not
ଆଗରୁ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଛି ସାର୍।
ମେଲ
yes,
ରେ କି
yes.
ମେସେଜ ଆସିନି ସାର୍। ମୁଁ ଆଜି ମେସେଜ ଆସିଲା ପରେ ମୁଁ ଗୁଗୁଲ ମିଟ ରେ ଜଏନ କଲି।
ଆଗରୁ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଥିଲା ଯେ ହବ ବୋଲିକି, ତାପରେ କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ କ୍ଲାସ ହଉଛି।
ପେପର
ସମସ୍ତେ
ସଇଲାଣି
ହଁ
କି?
ସାର୍, ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ବି ମେସେଜ ଆସିନାହିଁ ସାର୍। ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ବି ଆଜି ଫାଷ୍ଟ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଛି ସାର୍।
ହଁ
ମତେ ବି
ଆଜି
ସେମ୍
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ
ମତେ ବି ତ
ଫାଷ୍ଟ
ଆଜି
ମେସେଜ
ମେସେଜ
ଯାଇଛି,
ଆସିଛି।
ସେଥିପାଇଁ ବହୁତ ପିଲା ସାର୍।
ମୋ ପାଖକୁ ବି ସାର୍ ଫାଷ୍ଟ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଛି।
କେତେଟା ପେପର ସଇଲାଣି ସାର୍?
ଓକେ, ଆମେ ଲାଷ୍ଟ କ୍ଲାସ ଲାଷ୍ଟରେ ଏମିତି କଥା ହବା। Already many papers have been discussed. Today is my last class, so we'll
ସାର୍
continue.
Okay, sir.
ଓକେ
Okay,
ସାର୍।
fine. So you know that as we are living in a democratic society, freedom or liberation is the goal of an individual, and fraternity in the goal of society. There is an old definition of education in Sanskrit which stated that sa vidya ya vimuktaye, which means that education is that which liberates a person, makes him free from all types of ignorance, bondage, superstitions, prejudices, unscientific and irrational beliefs, and take the man towards the knowledge, truth, and wisdom. So, for an example, all human beings have the same divine, self propelling spirit in them. So, we can say that all are equals. A spark of divine is the fundamental truth of life. So, which realization dawns on an individual through the right type of education. So we can say that such a knowledge and understanding sets a human being free from ignorance and bondage. So the fraternity can be a reality in society where all individuals are equal and free. So the creation of a society or samaj of equals and free individuals who live in harmony and peace is in the constitutional goals, and you have read it because you are staying in India, and you know that education is the master key or chief tool in the realization of those goals. If you are not educated, ଜଣେ ଯଦି ପାଠ ନ ପଢି ଶିକ୍ଷିତ ନ ହବ, ସେ କଣ ଜାଣିପାରିବ ଯେ ଆମ କନଷ୍ଟିଟ୍ୟୁସନ ରେ କଣ ଧାରାରେ କୋଉଠି କଣ ଅଛି? He will be not, he will not, not he is not aware about this. So
So
now we talk
basically,
about,
education is a modifying in the behavior. Then, hello.
yes, Bhagyalakshmi. Bhagyalakshmi, you are talking something.
So basically, education is modifying the behavior. Then, hello.
Yes, yes, we are agree with your advice, your suggestion. Education definitely modifying your behavior. It brings you from the darkness to the light. Just we are talking about in certain sense.
Yes, sir.
Then a nature of inequality in India. You do know that the promotion of inequality and equality presumes an understanding of the nature of inequality. ଆପଣମାନେ ଜାଣିଥିବେ ଯେ ଭାରତରେ ବହୁ ବର୍ଷ ଧରି ଇନିକ୍ୱାଲିଟି ରହିଛି, ବର୍ଷ ବର୍ଷ ଧରି, ଶହ ଶହ ବର୍ଷ ଧରି। କଣ ପାଇଁ ରହିଛି? Due to a certain kind of regional disparities, developmental levels of, you know that natural resources are different. So however, there are several inequalities created and in by human society. कास्ट को नहीं क्यों, क्लास को नहीं क्यों, upper class, lower class, middle class. So the belief is that human being and groups they are hierarchically endowed in regard to their abilities. That those who are superior abilities, who enjoy status, having power over the rest, lead to inequalities. So discrimination in regard to deprivation of privileged social facilities also. So access to natural and other resources is born out of such a belief. ଆମେ ଜାଣିପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. Some people are deprived. Deprivations in regard to their ownership of property and the control of their administration, isn't it? We can say another form. This is the society that we inherited at the time of independence and adoption of the constitution. So there is a conscious, deliberate, planned effort on the part of the Indian state to regulate and reform this inegalitarian social structure. जोटा कि it leads to a democratic socialism. So there is nature of inequality in India specifically. And also inequality in school education is there, isn't it? Egalitarian society is asymmetric distribution of learning levels, exposure to schooling, main educational levels. ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି private school ଅଛି, government school ଅଛି, international school ଅଛି. So there are certain inequalities in school education also. Some have vocational education trend. So this asymmetry are distinctly observed that across state and sub caste and sub-caste groups, rural and urban people, slum, non-slum population, cities across various regions in the country. गोटे अर्बान स्कूल रे जब फैसिलिटी अच्छी से बेला गोटे स्लम बा रूरल एरिया रे सब स्कूल है फैसिलिटी नहीं. The inequality is arising out of this asymmetric is further in case of girls also across all groups and regions. And the case of education of girls is another one of the inequality within inequality. Inequality within the inequality. So the provision of schooling and other educational facilities for the whole Indian population. हमें कहते education for all, and this is expected only to drastically reduce the inequalities, at least in regard to the basic need of education or basic need of a people life. So the आमे जो काली कथा होतिले the universalization of elementary education is a given standard and quality all over the country. by 2010 सुधा समस्ते प्राइमरी स्कूल शिक्षा पाई परिबे. So it was a commitment of the state in India under a nationwide program that is सर्व शिक्षा अभियान. ता उद्देश्य कोन थिला ना 2010 सुधा सब पिला माने एलिमेंटरी एजुकेशन तांकर एनरोलमेंट हबो, रिटेंशन हबो आ से माने डिग्री नै पास करके जिवे. As you know that universal elementary education is a human right and an obligation of a civil society that can be achieved in near future. So this achievement may offset in the imbalance social status among the Indian people. And this kind of facilitate a more defined day-to-day life. It is not worthy that universalization of elementary education or secondary education is also in the agenda of state. Because you know that some people are getting high quality education in the urban areas, trained teachers are there, teachers are interested to join there, but those in the local, in the very slum areas, very hill areas, so their teachers are not interested to go there, and the facilities are properly they are getting or not, students are being facilitated actually or not. So there is inequality in education also. Again, equality as a value in higher education. You know that. ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We know that higher education को शिक्षाटा दिया होଉଛି एटा फंडामेंटल नुह. It is not a fundamental or not a human right in sense. हमको कोन फ्री दिया होଉଛି एटा आरटी एक्ट रे भी नहीं. Right to education act, fundamental right, human right in the sense of which elementary education टा अछि. So the article 26 the amaro UDHR Universal Declaration of Human Rights propose that technical and professional education shall be made generally available and higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit. So access to higher education and economic ability because of what? Not to profit from professional education in India is highly inequitable. I may देखिबा hardly 10% of the age group population are in college in India, while the average of advanced countries in the 40%. आपण भावନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ एग्जांपल नियंतु वर्तमान आपण पीजी करिजी बा पीजी करूछंती बा जो माने पीजी करिक आसी बीएड करूछंती या बीएड करिक आसी पीजी करूछंती आपण माने भावନ୍ତୁ आपण माने जते जण प्राइमरी स्कूल ले पाठ पढुथिले जो सांगा माने थिले से माने समस्त प्राइमरी स्कूल को आसिले कि सेकेंडरी स्कूल को. अच्छा जदि ताका भीतर किछि जण सेकेंडरी स्कूल पाठ पढिले 9 10 पढिले से माने समस्त प्लस 2 का पाठ पढिले कि गला. जेती जणा प्लस 2 पाठ पढिले समस्त ग्रेजुएशन वासी कंप्लीट करले कि के प्लस 2 करी पड़ेला के प्लस 2 छाड़ी देला के प्लस 2 पर बाहर रही गला ये कंपनी काम कला के बिजनेस कला ग्रेजुएशन ଦେନ୍ ଆଇଲା ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍। ଗ୍ରାଜୁଏସନ୍ डिग्री कला बेले किसी जन जॉब करी गले सॉरी किसी जन चाकरी छाड़ी चाकरी कौन सी पार्ट टाइम को कंपनी काम कले किसी जन पाठ पढ़ा इंटरेस्ट कले छाड़ी पड़े तापर आसिले आपणकर मास्टर डिग्री एक्सपीरियंस आपण अछि कि नाही? Do you have the experience or not?
Yes, sir.
So just imagine what kind of equality as values in higher education is happening. So hardly 10% आपण भितर आपण माने 50 जन पिला थिबे अंक भितरु 10% माने आपणकर 5 जन पिला हार्डली आसी सेमारा हायर एजुकेशन करूथिबे बा पीजी बीएड एमएड करूथिबे and most of have in there after graduation they are detached or close to they are detached. So India re so challenge. So this access deprived caste and girls of higher education in quite now, isn't it? Next we will talk about egalitarian society. What education can do in the promotion of egalitarian society? Education, you know that it is both an indicator as well as an instrument for the promotion of equality in a society. And जदि आमे शिक्षित नाहंती समाज रे कोन घटना घटुची कोठी पाठ पढा हबो छुआ कोठी पढेइबी कोठी ताको वैल्यू एजुकेशन मिली परिबो कोठी स्टैंडर्ड तार भलो होई परिबो सो वी विल नॉट बी अवेयर अबाउट दैट. So literacy in a level in a society is a crude indicator which is universally employed and is an indicator of the spread of education in society as well as for the comparison of national and subnational system. जेंडर को नहीं हो एम्पावरमेंट मेजर्स भी करा जाउची वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट जा कहउचंती माने कोन जे लिटरेसी एंड स्कूल एजुकेशन इवन हम मानकर the elementary ability to register one's signature elevate the human spirit and endorse the ability and feeling to experience the value of life, value of equality in our life. गोटे शिक्षा हेले मनीष से जो अंधकार पलि आसो आगर गाँ मानक लोक आप जातु मु देखी केन्दुझर रे मु हॉस्पिटल जाइली हॉस्पिटल देखिली गोटे माने लोकटे मु मो छुआ मो स्टूडेंट जने देह खराब होला तार हटे क्लास रे बसतिला से हठात ता मुंडो कोन हला खाई गैस नतला एसिडिटी हेतिला से पड़ी गला 5 मिनिट 10 मिनिट से आखी खोलिलानी आमे सब सरप्राइज हे गेल इमीडिएटली लोग आमे नै गेलु जो गाड़ी रे ताको नै गेलु हॉस्पिटल आखर मेडिकल कॉलेज अछि हेटी नै गेलु तार ट्रीटमेंट हैला कि जो सलाइन लागेला कि समय पता सेंस फेरिला से ऑन जाइला कथा हैला किंतु ता पाख हेड पाख आउ जणे लोक थिला आउ गणे लोकटे छुआटा से तार हार्डली बयस हबो 28 27 28 वर्ष से मैरिड से छुआटी बाई सारची जणे आदिवासी पिला पाठशाठ से माने पड़ी नांती ता स्त्री भी संग आसची हठात डॉक्टर माने बहुत ट्राई करूछंती कि हठात से डॉक्टर कहले हम आ किछि करि परिबो नाही कोन हेछि ना सी ही इज नो मोर सी आ जीवित नाही संगे संगे ता स्त्री सुनी पर बहुत दुख रे कांदी उठिला आमान राखर उठिलु कोन हला रीजन कोन हेछि काई कोन हला ना ताकू बहुत दिन हला ज्वर होइतिला दीर्घ 15 दिन हला ज्वर हलानी आउ सी जानी पारु नाहंती जे भल हबो सी कोन करचंती स्टेप कोन नि से गुणिया को नै जंती ସୋ ଗୁଣିଆ ତାକୁ ଯାହା ମନ୍ତ୍ର ଦେଇଛି ୟାକୁ ତାକୁ ଖାଇବାକୁ ଦେଇଛି ତା ଦେହ କିଛି କାମ କରେନି। ଡେଙ୍ଗୁ ମଶା କାମୁଡ଼ିଲେ କଣ ଗୁଣିଆ ଭଲ କରିବ? So this is the what education liberates a person from the bondage, ignorance, superstitions, poverty, disease, scholar, slavish mentality, all are all bondages. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ଶିକ୍ଷିତ ହେଇଯିବା ନା ଆମକୁ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଭୁଲ ଜିନିଷ ଆମ ପାଠରେ ଆଉ ପହଞ୍ଚି ପାରିବନି। ସୋ ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଫ୍ରମ ବଣ୍ଡେଜ, ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ବଣ୍ଡେଜ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଯୋଉ ଭୁଲ ଜିନିଷ ଇଗ୍ନୋରାନ୍ସ ହଉ ସୁପରଷ୍ଟିସନ୍ସ ହଉ ପୋଭର୍ଟି ହଉ, ମୁଁ ଜନ୍ମରୁ ଦରିଦ୍ର ହେଇଛି ପରା, ମୁଁ ବାପା କଷ୍ଟ କରିକି ହଳ କରିକି ପାଠ ପଢିକି ମାନେ ମଣିଷ କରିଛନ୍ତି ନା, ମୁଁ ସେଇ ବଡ ହେଇକି ହଳ କରିବି ଇଏ କରିବି ସେଇଆ କରିବି। ଆରେ ବାପାଙ୍କର ମନେକର ବୁଢା ତାଙ୍କର ଦାଦୁ ଯିଏ ପାଠ ପଢେଇ ପାରିନାହାନ୍ତି, ଏଜୁକେସନ ଠିକ ସେ ପାଇନାହାନ୍ତି, ତମେ ଏଜୁକେସନ ପାଇକି ପାଠ ପଢିକି ପିଜି କରିକି ବିଏଡ କରିକି ଏମଏଡ କରିକି ତମେ ୟୁ ୱିଲ ଅଲସୋ ୱାର୍କ ଇନ ଦ୍ୟାଟ ଫିଲ୍ଡ or in the same way. So education liberate a person from bondage, ignorance, superstition, poverty, disease, slavish mentality, and all bondage. So what you can say that the freedom from bondage leads to an experience of equality. It brings equality to you. So equality is characterized by what? Fear. No, sorry, inequality. Inequality is characterized by fear, subjugation, submission, unquestioning loyalty, blind respect, and having authority, passive acceptance, discrimination. So this proceeds to the loss of freedom. So we should have a freedom based society. What do you mean by freedom? Freedom means self-regard, frankless, fearless, questioning frame of mind, responsibility, and self-discipline. As such, freedom presupposes equality. So equality can be there only where there is justice in society. Equality can be there only where there is justice in the society. So we can say that it is in such a society where there is established justice, equality, and freedom that there can be harmony, peace, and brotherhood. ତାହେଲେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ ସବୁ ଆସିବ ଯୋଉ ସୋସାଇଟିରେ ଏଷ୍ଟାବ୍ଲିଶ ଜଷ୍ଟିସ ଥିବ, ଇକ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଥିବ, ଫ୍ରିଡମ ଥିବ, there can be harmony, ସେଥିରେ ହାରମୋନି ଆସିବ, ପିସ୍ ହାରମୋନି ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରେସ ଆସିବ, ପିସ୍ ଶାନ୍ତି ରହିବ, and ଭାତୃତ୍ୱ ଭାବ ବ୍ରଦରହୁଡ୍ ଫିଲିଂସ୍ ରହିବ. So we can, in this way, we can say that education plots its path for the promotion of an egalitarian society and a creation of a democratic socialism through the movements from justice and equality towards freedom and fraternity. And you know that national education policy in
Sir?
1996.
Sir, are egalitarian society and equitable society same?
It's not same, it's complementary.
Okay,
These
sir.
are the conditions, criterion for egalitarian society. Okay, this kind of values, ethics, justice, freedom, isn't it?
Sir, what is the difference between both?
Okay. When you talk about the egalitarian society, where there is justice, there is democratic socialism, equality towards freedom and fraternity is there, isn't it? And another was your कौन क्वेश्चन थिला गोटे इगालिटेरियन एंड
Equitable. Equitable society.
इक्विटेबल
Yes, sir.
equitable is you can talk about another sense according to you that equal opportunities facilities to be provided to the peoples of that society, such as we can talk about that uh,
Sir, but equality ର ଏଇ
society.
ସବୁ justice democratic ଏ ସବୁ ନଥିଲେ ତ equality ରହିପାରିବନି ନା।
No, 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 no. କାରଣ ଆମେ କଣ କହିଲେ ଇକ୍ୱାଲିଟି ହବା ପାଇଁ ଏଇ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଦରକାର ମ୍ୟାଣ୍ଡେଟରୀ, isn't it?
ହଁ sir.
So there are certain strategies. Someone is audio is on. Bhagya Lakshmi, please. Okay, fine. There is certain strategies for equality in education. So equality, you know that it is a value of democracy. Equality is a kind of value of democracy. So we'll see what are the strategies are there. In school's perspective, there is a strategy in difference between equality, distinction between equality and equity, we can got it. Another form. While equality is a value, equity refers to strategic adaptation to realize the value of equality. So it is through concrete, transparent, physically observable strategic invention of equity that the value of equality can be realized. And we have talked about earlier. If all children in a school should be treated in a fair, just and human way, it is a statement of equality and a value therein. When the attention given to individual differences in attainment levels by the classroom teacher or school strategy for equity and organization of remedial instruction can be given to the slow learner is a program for the equity. ଆପଣଙ୍କ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଜଣେ ଫିଜିକାଲି ବ୍ଲାଇଣ୍ଡ, ଜଣେ ଫିଜିକାଲି ଚ୍ୟାଲେଞ୍ଜଡ, ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ପିଲା ଥାଇପାରନ୍ତି. When there is a normal books, when there is a braille books, it is equity. Same books for all, same method for all, the equality. Okay, fine. Chalo, come back to just recognize that strategies for the school for equality in the school perspectives. you have to recognize that all students have different needs, because you know that students are coming from different socioeconomic backgrounds. Students are coming from different regions, religions, society. So then you can maintain the equity in education. Pay attention to your mindset and be aware of any biases you may have. ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଯଦି କାଲି ସ୍କୁଲ ଟିଚର ହୁଅନ୍ତି, you have to follow this. Pay attention to your mindset and be aware of any biases you may have. Without any bias, you have to pay attention to each learner. Create a community of trust where the students from all backgrounds and identifiers feel safe to speak up. Maybe a physically challenged blind learner, maybe a physically weak people, maybe a poor child, a children from a poor family, or any kind of thing. So you have to create a trust level where all the students will feel comfortable that I am safe to talk to this teacher. She is very friendly in all sphere. Again, another strategy may be promote diversity in your curriculum. Not just literature or social studies classes, but science and math too. Isn't it? You know that different peoples are there, different interests are there. Everybody's individual differences are there. Nobody is same. Nobody is having equal interest, choice. So as some people are doing excellent in mathematics, some students are doing excellent in science, some students doing excellent in art and literature. So because of this, so to bring the equity in education, you have to promote the diversity in your syllabuses, curriculum, not only in the literature, social science, but also science and mathematics subject. Then use visuals to promote diversity in the classroom. Use visuals. Diversity in classroom, which means some are hearing challenged or hearing impaired or deaf persons are there. They completely depends on their eyes. If you will say only things in the class, ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଯାଇକି lecture ମଧ୍ୟରେ ବାଟ କରିବେ, କିଛି ଦେଖେଇବେନି. So they depends upon their eyes. They are learning through their eyes, and you are only saying, talking. So it is a useless class. So you are not maintaining the equity. You are you are talking as well as you are showing. So everybody is taking. Yeah. Another aspect is use visuals. हो गया. Utilize student voice in curriculum planning and use different perspectives also for framing the curriculum and developing students view. Please ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଦୟାକରି म्यूट रुहतु अदरवाइज किसी क्वेश्चन अछि पचरंतु नले चैट बॉक्स रे कहंतु ओके utilize students voice in curriculum planning and use different perspectives also have diverse materials in the classroom and diverse books on your shelves ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ଭଲ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରକାର ଚଏସ୍ ନ ହେଇପାରେ so diverse learning materials should be provided in the classroom for the understanding of the learners. Those are slow learners, they are high learners, their learning styling different. And diverse books on also you should follow. You should, as a teacher, you may talk about diverse books which will be helpful for them. Also reach the multilingual
Sir,
learners.
also we can use CRA method. That is in our teaching training. The CRA method particularly implemented in the classroom teaching. That is a concrete representation and abstract. That is CRA method.
Please tell me again.
So that is CRA method, concrete representation and abstract. We can use this in classroom teaching, particularly in mathematics. We can it is more helpful that having any physical object, understanding the concept of any object, physical object, that is in visualize method. Visually, we can see that particular object in the classroom. That is, the student will gain the concrete idea about the object, and then after that we represent about that object, then lastly we finalize that, summarize that what is the abstract find out from that object. That is
Yeah.
CRA method.
Right. So the concrete representational abstract method, that CRA method, it is a three-step instructional approach. Generally, mathematics that helps the learners to build a deeper understanding of the concept by moving from physical objects to visual models and finally to numerical symbols they get it. Firstly, here the students manipulate concrete objects, then create certain visual representational models, and finally work in abstract numbers, isn't it? So that means the multisensory sequential process scaffolding is going on. Thank you for adding this something. Rich
Okay, sir.
multilingual learners, so we can talk about. Then equality of educational opportunities. You know that in recent times, uh, there are several research conducted demonstrate that education of women and disadvantaged group has certain personal, family, and community and social benefits, which make that it is an important investment for the poverty reduction, national development, as well as gender equality. So when we think that, or when we capture in our mind the benefits of women's education as an signatory, the 2000 ହେଇଥିଲା ଆମର framework, Dakar framework, the 2000 Dakar framework for action of all education for all in the Millennium Development Goals MDG. धीरे धीरे आमर से जेंडर इक्वालिटी gender equity equality providing same providing opportunities to the learners. So we'll see the concept of equality is in the modern educational opportunities among different social groups is one of the vital aspect for the development of socio-economic and political vintage points in every society, because it brings equality among the peoples. It reduces the gaps between the society. Education is one of the means of our eradicating social issues, problems, in order to bring the people into the horizontal field of human development. In one sphere, in a horizontal field, equal facilities, opportunities for all the learn peoples. Equal education for all children, very simple thing. There should be the same curriculum in the same school. But in 1966, the USA had constituted as an expert committee to study various possibilities for equal distribution of educational resources among the peoples with not mentors in India accordingly. They started that for equal distribution of education to the people, there should be some inputs such as pupil expenditure, physical facilities, and the source of library. So there should also be outputs such as racial composition of students, teachers' morale, and consideration of students' academic result as seen for individual. ଆମେ ଦେଖିବା ଯେ ଭାରତର ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ସିଷ୍ଟମରେ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ସ୍ତରରେ there are existing inequality in every sector, not only in educational field. So the problem of this with Indian society is graded inequality in almost every section sphere of society. So one person may be able to say that caste is the base and the rest is superstructure which determines the power, position of resources, authority, and the course education also, which are playing certain important role in the field of inequality. So what are the logic behind of equality of new opportunity? So there are certain debates. There is also certain theory, doctrine of natural rights. Rousseau's theory ଅଛି. Theory कौन कहूची? Man is a continuous with nature. Nature is a common property of all organisms of their natural biological universe. So, every inhabitant on the planet Earth has an equal claim of the source of the planet. And so there is also theory of human rights. So in fact, that inequality of educational opportunity can only be reduced by first reducing inequality in society as a whole. Why I need social inequality? Social, why we need equality in education? You know very well that the social, the society de equality nahi, so we can't think about egalitarian society. For the development or establishment of egalitarian society, which based on the social equality and justice. And equality in education also contributes to the search for talents among all the people of a nation. It is also essential to ensure the rapid development and advancement of the country. Though activation, the proper functioning of the democracy, successful functioning of democracy, educated and enlightened people alone also can ensure a meaningful democracy if there is equality in education. Also, the equality in education makes a linkage, very close link between the manpower need of society and availability of the skilled personnel where in society for an advanced society. So what are the importance of equality in education? What will happen actually? Human rights is there. It is also essential for a democratic nation, for a democracy. Egalitarian society also. Economic development greatly dependent upon this national development and advancement also happens to the equality in education. It also provides an opportunity for identifying the talent. It makes a close link between the people with equality in education when will happen. So definitely the nation will develop and proceed towards the modernization. Education and equality hele achieving equality and equity in education brings a change in the society. What are the persons or problems concerning equality of educational opportunity? What kind of problems may be there? Difference in economic status. So many people are high rich class and some are poor class. They will think about we need some certain amount of, and those are powerful persons, political power is there. There is also equal opportunity, educational opportunity wanted. Those who are students are getting international schools or in very good infrastructural schools, they are getting more facilities than the government school students. And gender disparity is also there. So teachers are not well till now trained to equip the students. The third gender peoples are having the peoples, those who are uh, third gender or girls having not very sense of perceptions toward them. A regional imbalances also they are creating a problem in the sense of bringing educational opportunities for all. Physiological differences are there. There is due to geographical differences. There is due to facilities. So ପାହାଡ଼ ଉପରେ ସ୍କୁଲ ହେଲେ ସେଠି ତ ଆଉ ଗାର୍ଡେନ ହେଇପାରିବନି, ପ୍ଲେଗ୍ରାଉଣ୍ଡ ହେଇପାରିବନି। ଆମେ କୁହନ୍ତି ପିଲାଙ୍କର ଫୁଲ ଫ୍ଲେଜ୍ ଡେଭଲପମେଣ୍ଟ ପାଇଁ ଏଜୁକେସନ all-round development of the learner. So physiological differences are there, geographical differences there. किसी ଜାଗାରେ କାଶ୍ମୀରରେ ବହୁତ ସମୟ ସ୍କୁଲ ଛୁଟି ରୁହେ due to the snowfall. ମେଘାଳୟରେ due to heavy rain, schools are suspended for large time period. Floods due to floods, schools ରେ ପାଣି water logging ହୁଏ, they are also defected. So opportunities to ବଞ୍ଚିତ ହଉଛନ୍ତି due to certain problems. Physiological differences are there. Difference in home conditions also. ଘରେ ଆପଣମାନେ ସ୍ପେଶିଆଲ ଟ୍ୟୁସନ ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ, ବା କିଛି ଜଣ ଟ୍ୟୁସନ ନେଇ ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ୍ ମାନେ ଏଜୁକେଟେଡ୍ ନାହାନ୍ତି, ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ଠିକ୍ ଦେଖୁନାହାନ୍ତି, ପିଲା ଯାହା ଖାଲି ସ୍କୁଲରେ ପଢିକି ଆସୁଛି। ସୋ ଯୋଉ ତାକୁ ଆସାଇନମେଣ୍ଟ ଦିଆଗଲା ସେ ପ୍ରପରଲି କଲା କି ନାହିଁ। So opportunities ରୁ ବଞ୍ଚିତ ହବାର problems is there also related home conditions, parental involvement. Non-availability of adequate opportunities. There is also lack of certain facilities, opportunities not provided in the schools for equality of educational opportunity. Difference in mental and physical abilities of the learners. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର mental ability ସମାନ? All are not equal. Mental ability is not same of all. କିଛି ପିଲା ସହଜରେ ମନେ ରଖିଦିଅନ୍ତି। Some students take larger time to understand, larger times, more time to memorize. So is there also in mental and physical differences? Some are thick and tall, uh, some are fat. Physical dissimilarities are there, mental dissimilarities, mental differences are there. So how can you expect same thing? These are concerning problems. Disparity between the forward and backward classes. They are advanced society, they are staying in a very sophisticated life and they are thinking about, oh, they are going to the very standard schools or international schools. They are using in very beginning they have started English. ଆମ କ୍ଲାସରେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ବହୁତ ଲେଟ୍ରେ ପଢ଼ା ହେଉଥିଲା ଆଗରୁ, ତ ମୋ ସମୟରେ କ୍ଲାସ୍ 6ରେ ଇଂଲିଶ ଆସିଲା ପଢ଼ିବା ପାଇଁ। So you just think about disparity between the forward and backward classes. It also creating a problem in the sense of educational opportunities. Now, what about the thoughts, Dr. Ambedkar?
Sir,
Yes,
sir, importance of equality slide रे ଗୋଟେ ହଁ କ୍ଲୋଜର ଲିଙ୍କ ସେଇଟା ଟିକେ କହିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ସାର୍।
eight the question.
ନେକ୍ସଟ ଟା ସାର୍ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାନ୍ସ ଅଫ ଇକ୍ୱାଲିଟି, ହଁ ଏଥିରେ ଯୋଉ କ୍ଲୋଜର ଲିଙ୍କ ଅଛି ସାର୍ ସେଇଟା ଟିକେ ବୁଝା ପଡିଲାନି।
Closure link here.
ହଁ ସାର୍।
The closure link between the link between the manpower and the demand of the society. If the manpower and the demand of society need is connected, then equality in education will be good. ବିକଜ ଆମର କଣ ନିଡ୍ ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଯଦି ଆମେ ନ ଜାଣିପାରିବା ସେ ଅନୁସାରେ ମ୍ୟାନ ପାୱାର ୟୁଜ ନ କରିବା ତାହେଲେ ଆଡଭାନ୍ସମେଣ୍ଟ ପସିବଲ ନୁହଁ। ଆଉ equality in education brings a strong link between the manpower and need of the people in society, like in skilled personnel, isn't it? It makes a closer connection, a close relation, isn't it? Those will be benefited if the members of the society they are not connected. What is the demand of the society? Here I have also talked about it develops a closer link between the manpower and need society among the skilled personnel. Equality in education brings it visible now
Yes, sir.
closer link between the manpower need of society and availability of skilled personnel. Education to provide କରିବ ସେତେବେଳେ skilled personnel or important personnel will identify and what is the need of a society the need, and where there are like talented people will be there, it will they both will work for the progress of the nation. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Then there is a thoughts of Dr. Ambedkar regarding the constitution as well and education and opportunities. Education is what makes a person fearless. It teaches him the lesson of unity, makes him aware of his rights, and inspires him to struggle for his rights. Very simply defined. Education is something which ought to be brought within the reach of everyone. The society must be based on reason and not on tradition of caste system. ତାହେଲେ ଆମେ ଗୋଟେ egalitarian society, ଗୋଟେ developed society, advanced society ଉପରେ modernized society ଉପନୀତ ହେଇପାରିବା. Society must be based on regions but not on the traditions of caste system. Again, he tell the backward classes have come to realize that after all, education is the greatest material benefit for which they can fight. Isn't it? So, according to Ambedkar, education is an instrument of social change. Say, କହିଥିଲେ be hungry of education, not anything else. Be hungry when the time comes, but educate your children. Hungry for education. ଆପଣ ଭୋକିଲା when the time comes, but educate your children. But in other word, we can say, hungry, be hungry for education and educate your children. So as there is importance, we can talk about education for SC, ST and OBCs. ଆମ ଦେଶରେ ସବୁଠାରୁ ଡିପ୍ରାଇଭଡ ଜାତି ଯଦି ଥାନ୍ତି ସେ ହେଲେ SC ଆଉ ST। ଏମାନଙ୍କର लिटरेसी रेट बहुत ही कम अच्छी टुडे ऑल्सो से एनरोलमेंट रेशियो बहुत कम अच्छी ड्रॉप आउट रेट बहुत अधिका अच्छी प्राइमरी स्कूल हो अपर प्राइमरी स्कूल हो हाई स्कूल हो बहुत ही so the scheduled caste SCs and the scheduled tribes STs are the most deprived section of society in our country. The literacy rates of SCs and STs are still much lower than the literacy rate of other communities. The enrollment of SC and ST children is also lower than that of children belonging to other communities, both at primary and upper primary levels of girls. Dropout rate also of SC, ST and OBCs continue to be much higher than that of children of other community at all levels of schooling. If you talk about from primary level, secondary level, higher secondary level. So what are the measures has been taken for equalization of educational opportunities? Slides are visible to or not?
Yes, sir.
Well, sir.
So to provide equal opportunity to all the children, primary education has been made free. You know, the article 21A talks about right to education. It is a fundamental right. RT Act 2009 they mention अछि but RCFCR Act Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education 2009 that elementary education has been made free, compulsory and universal as per the constitutional guidelines and provisions. Scheduled caste और scheduled tribe मानकर provision को तांकर स्थिति को लक्ष्य करी सरकार भारत सरकार बहुत गुड़ाए पॉलिसीज रिजर्वेशन सीट को फैसिलिटी कराई स्कॉलरशिप दिया होची हाथ खर्च वर्तमान दिया होची मोहन माझी सरकार आसला परे जो हमर 2023 पर ठारू 24 पर ठारू 24 ठारू दिया जाउची माधव सिंह हाथ खर्च 5000 लेखाएं प्रत्येक एसटी पिला को दिया जाउची पर ईच एसटी स्टूडेंट्स ते 5000 लेखाएं हाथ खर्च दिया जाउची ए काइंड ऑफ scholarship. Certain steps had taken by the government of India for the educational backwardness among the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes with the provision of reservation of seats. and different types of scholarship also for a promotion of equality in education. ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସେ ଆୱାରନେସ୍ ଗ୍ରୋ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଶିକ୍ଷା ପ୍ରତି ଏବଂ ଶିକ୍ଷାରେ ଆକୃଷ୍ଟ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଫ୍ୟାସିଲିଟି ଦିଆଯାଉଛି। ସ୍ପେସିଆଲ ଏସଟି ହଷ୍ଟେଲ୍ସ ଆର୍ ଦେୟାର ଅଲସୋ। ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ କଲେଜ ଆଉ ସ୍କୁଲ ମାନଙ୍କରେ ଏସଟି ହଷ୍ଟେଲ ଓନ୍ଲି ଫର ଏସଟି SC ST hostel, Ambedkar hostel, isn't it? Hostel ना है तो Ambedkar hostel. से hostel ले SC ST पिला only for SC STs. The National Policy on Education 1986 emphasized on the removal of disparities and attainment of equalization of educational opportunities for the SC, ST, and OBC, especially for girl childs. And you know that there is the vast complete education policy in India came in 1986, that is known as national policy on education. କିଛି କିଛି ଲୋକ ତାକୁ national ନ କହିକି new policy on education କୁହନ୍ତି, ସେଟା ଭୁଲ। କିଛି ଜଣ ତାକୁ national education policy କୁହନ୍ତି, ସେଟା ହିଁ ଭୁଲ। କିନ୍ତୁ 1986 ର ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲ ହଉଛି ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ପଲିସି ଅନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ NPE। 2020 ହେଲା NEP ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ଏଜୁକେସନ ପଲିସି, ସେଟା ଥିଲା ନ୍ୟାସନାଲ ପଲିସି ଅନ୍ ଏଜୁକେସନ। ସୋ ଦ ଇଣ୍ଟେନସନ ଇଜ ସେମ୍, ବଟ୍ ଯେହେତୁ 2020 ରେ ଆସିଲା ସେ ଟିକେ ଆଡଭାନ୍ସଡ, ଟିକେ ନେ ବହୁତ ଆଡଭାନ୍ସଡ। पूरा तो स्ट्रक्चर चेंज है एजुकेशन में। Okay. Certain initiatives to indigent families to send their children to school regularly till they reach the age of 14 years. And 1986 also talks about reservation for SC ST children in educational institutions at all levels of education, even in medical, engineering, technical, business, and normal academic. Through the 1986, certain steps had been taken by government for restructuring the system. Steps like universalization of elementary education UE, OBB, operation of blackboard scheme, non-formal education, district primary education program. This in the sense of education of SC ST national children, local zombies, and Shiksha Karmi projects a specific focus on the SC ST inhabited areas, जो एरिया रे बेसी SC ଆଉ ST लोक माने बसवास करନ୍ତି ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଆୱାରନେସ୍ ପହଞ୍ଚେଇବା, ସେମାନେ ବି କର୍ମଶୀଳ ହେଇପାରିବେ, ସରକାରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ସରକାର ଭାରତ ସରକାରରେ ବା ଓଡ଼ିଶା ସରକାର ଏକାମାନେ ଜାଗୃତ ହୋଇ ଚାକିରି ଖଣ୍ଡେ କରିପାରିବେ, ତାଙ୍କର ଜୀବନ ଶୈଳୀକୁ ଉନ୍ନତି କରିପାରିବେ, ସେ ବିଷୟରେ ଯଥେଷ୍ଟ ପଦକ୍ଷେପ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସରକାର ନେଇଛନ୍ତି। Also, you know that government special ST school भी କରିଛନ୍ତି। सेंट्रल स्कूल खाली नुह, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट स्कूल भी अच्छी। स्टेट गवर्नमेंट रे ST schools अच्छे स्पेशल फॉर ST schools, and also Eklavya model residential schools are there where the ST students are studied. Eklavya ST, ST students. There the hostel facilities are there. Students are staying there, and they are attending the school. There is very standard school. Very there are some exams students have to appear. If they are qualified, they take admission there. Ekalavi Model Residential School. And there is reservation. Okay. Granting and voluntary organization working to promote education among the SC and ST children. And you know that reservation in recruitment of our teachers from SC and ST and OBC, SCBC is there. 1986 ମସିହାରେ ପଲିସି ଅନୁସାରେ କୁହାଯାଉଛି କଣ ଟିଚର ରିକ୍ରୁଟମେଣ୍ଟ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ମଧ୍ୟ SC ST ମାନଙ୍କୁ ରିଜର୍ଭେସନ ସିଟ୍ ମିଳିବ। So the provision of a primary school or non-formal education center in every scheduled tribe habitation also will be there. Then, and you know, I have written very few things in national NV 2020. There are most things are there. And written very few things. NEP 2020 National Education Policy 2020 to overcome language barrier being faced by students. There is a massive upon online courses. MOOCs are being translated into Indian languages. आपण माने आराम से ताको registration करी कि certificates also grade 5 परिवे. Financial assistance to different deprived sections of society. Heavy परिमाण रे financial assistance scholarship दिया होची higher education में. Maulana Azad Kalam National Fellowship for Minority Students are there. PG scholarship for SC and ST candidates. Single girl child scholarship is there. Postdoctoral fellowship for SC and ST candidates are specially there. National fellowship for other backward classes are also providing. And if it there are huge things we will get to know certain things. Then what are the constitutional provisions are there? In article they are mentioned here. Article 46 what talks about? Weaker section जो अच्छे हमारो basically scheduled caste scheduled tribe ସେମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ special care and special educational opportunities ରହିବ। The state shall promote with special care and the educational and economic interest of the weaker section of the people, and in particular of the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, and shall protect them from social injustice and in all forms of exploitation. Right? In the form making equality. Article 31 30A 30 co 30 co all minorities whether based on religion or language shall have the right to establish an administer educational institutions of their choice. Muslim by Islam माने चाहिए से माने मद्रासा खोली परिबे सिख बात आपणकर बुद्धिस्ट माने चाहिए बुद्धिस्ट मोनेस्ट्रीज खोली परिबे. Also we can establish a school. So all minorities whether the religion or language they can have a right to establish institution of their choice. Article 14 the state shall not deny to any to any person. Equality before the law or the equal protection. No one will deny. The state shall be responsible for this. In Article 29(2), it talks about no citizen shall be denied admission into any educational institution maintained by the state or receiving aid out of the state funds on grounds only of religion, race, caste, language, or any of them. ଯୋଉ ସଂସ୍ଥା ଯୋଉ ଅନୁଷ୍ଠାନ ସରକାର ଠାରୁ ଅନୁମତି ପାଇ ଅନୁଷ୍ଠାନ କରିଛି ବା ସରକାର ଫଣ୍ଡରେ ଚାଲୁଛି, they shall not be denied admission to any educational institutions maintained by the state or receiving aid out of the state funds on grounds of only of religion, race, caste. କୌଣସି ଜାତି ଧର୍ମ ଲିଙ୍ଗ ଅନୁସାରେ ମନା କରିପାରିବେ ନାହିଁ। ଆର୍ଟିକଲ 21A ଯୋଉଟା ଆମର ରାଇଟ୍ ଟୁ ଏଜୁକେସନ କୁହାଯାଉଛି। The state shall provide free and compulsory education to all children of the age of 6 to 14 years in such a manner as the state may by law determine. Right? 6 ରୁ 14 ବର୍ଷ ପିଲାମାନଙ୍କୁ free and compulsory education ଦିଆଯିବ। Then there is Article 17, untouchability.
ସାର୍ ସ୍ଲାଇଡ୍ ଟା ଚେଞ୍ଜ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ।
ସ୍ଲାଇଡ୍ ଚେଞ୍ଜ ହେଇନି କି?
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ହେଇନଥିଲା।
Now visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So untouchability is abolished and its practice in any form is also forbidden. ଆଉ ସେ ଜିନିଷ ନାହିଁ ଅସ୍ପୃଶ୍ୟତା। The enforcement of any disability arising out of untouchability shall be an offense punishable in accordance with law. SC ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ, ST ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ, ଅନ୍ୟ କୌଣସି ଜାତିର ହୁଅନ୍ତୁ, it is completely abolished in any form. Then there is Article 15(1)(a), the core. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth of any of them. No, ଆପଣ ମାନେ ପଢିଥିବେ ସମସ୍ତେ fundamental rights. It comes under the
Yes, sir.
fundamental rights. The state shall not discriminate against any citizen on grounds only of religion, race, caste, and place of birth, or any of them. No discrimination will be there. So there are certain initiatives taken by the government of India for educational equality, bringing a equitable society. Kasturba Gandhi Balika Vidyalaya is there for the girl child only. Pradhan Mantri Poshan Shakti Nirman PM Poshan is there. And you know that Nabodoy Vidyalaya Samiti is there in the rural peoples, Kasturba, rural girl child peoples, Nabodoy, the rural students to search for rural talents, those who are staying in rural areas to identify their talents. Nabodoy Vidyalaya Samiti. Ashram Paddhati school are also there. Reservation in admission in educational institutes is selected for the SC and ST peoples. And government again also steps taken RCFC Act bar T Act 2009, Samagra Shiksha Abhijan, Sarva Shiksha Abhijan also there. So many sponsored schemes also undertaken by the government of India in educational sector. Now also government providing MOOCs, massive open online course, open distance learning as an alternative to education, isn't it? We are giving them alternative education. Privatization education is there. So the government is very much sincere in this regard nowadays, widening the range of education, checking the cultural impact of the people, the sustainability of education, also looking the modern trends in education, how the lifelong learning education, distance learning, ICT in the teaching learning process is there, ICT integration is happening there. I'm not mentioned here all the things, but you know that ICT is nowadays playing important role in the teacher in the government coach. ICT, smart classroom is there, inclusive education is there, inclusive education facilities is there, special facilities for the peoples those who are belonging to disadvantaged sections are there. So directly and indirectly, they are trying to make it more advanced society because we are living in a country where there is privatization, globalization, and modernization. Okay. Okay, thank you. So for your patience, for listening me and attending the class.
Thank you, sir.
Some people are asking some thing in the very beginning. I have stopped them. Any queries are there?
सर मेसेज क्लास रो मेसेज किछि भी आसीनी आज फास्ट मेसेज आसिला
So I don't know about that. The class
ଆସିଥିଲା ସାର୍ ଗୋଟେ
everybody.
ଟେକ୍ସଟ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଥିଲା
ସେଟା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମେଲରେ ମେସେଜ କରାହେଇଛି।
सर
ନା
मेल
ନା ଗୋଟେ
କ୍ଲାସ
ଟେକ୍ସଟରେ ମେସେଜ
ମେଲରେ
ଆସିଥିଲା
ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ମେସେଜ କରାହେଇଥିଲା।
As per my knowledge, the email has been sent to all. If you have wrong email ID, it will not be sent properly. Mail, email.
ନାଇଁ ସାର୍ ଇମେଲ ଆଇଡି ରେ ବି ନ ଆସିଲେ ଟେକ୍ସଟ ମେସେଜ ଆସିଛି, ଗୋଟେ ଲିଙ୍କ ଆସିଥିଲା, ସେଟା ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ ଆମର ୱେବସାଇଟ ରେ ଥିଲା ଇଗ୍ନୋର। ସେଥିରେ କେବେ କେବେ କ୍ଲାसेସ୍ ହବ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଗୁଗୁଲ ମିଟ ର ଗୋଟେ ଲିଙ୍କ ଥିଲା, ଆଉ ୱିଥ ନମ୍ବର୍ସ ବି ଥିଲା, ୱିଥ ଇମେଲ ଆଇଡି ବି ସେଥିରେ ମେନସନ ଥିଲା, ସବୁ ଗୁଡା ଥିଲା। ଏବେ
Exactly.
ବି ଅଛି, ଚେକ୍ କରିପାରିବେ।
Yes, yes, it is available. You will not make any kind of mistake regarding this, as per my knowledge. So you should be very sincere regarding the classes. We have attending the classes since 20th August 2021, 22, 23, and 24 was Sunday, 25, 26. We have taken 6 classes on the MES-14, right? So it may be helpful for you. Suchishmita, madam,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
so
ସାର୍।
please be vigilant regarding the classes.
ଓକେ ସାର୍।
Okay. Anybody else?
ସାର୍ ପ୍ରିଭିୟସ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଗୁରା କେମିତି ଆମେ ଜାଣିବା, ନା ଆଉ ହେଇପାରିବନି, ଏଟା ଲାଇଭ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ତ ଥିଲା?
All the classes are recorded. Okay.
ରେକର୍ଡେଡ୍? ଓକେ, ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ।
Yes. All the classes are recorded and all the classes will be available in IGNO websites.
ଓକେ,
Okay.
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍।
Okay. So, dear students, if you have any queries, you may ask. Otherwise, we will stop the session.
Sir, ତିନିଟା ଗୋଟେ question ଥିଲା book ରେ कि there are three theories justifying equality of educational opportunity: theory of redistributive justice, theory of entitlement, and theory of human rights. ଏଇଟା ଟିକେ କହିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ।
You have to go through the book. Okay.
Okay, sir.
ସାର୍ ଟିକେ ଇମ୍ପୋର୍ଟାଣ୍ଟ କୁହନ୍ତୁ ଯୋଉଟା କି ଆମ ଏକ୍ସାମ ରେ ଆସିବ।
Everything is important. You always try to follow the books, isn't it? In informally, I'm talking about it is not possible to complete all the things in 6 classes, isn't it? So in a full 100 page, there are 5 blocks, and in each block 160 to 100 pages. So everything is it's difficult to continue. Fine, let it go. Just have a thorough look in the books, check your previous year questions, then prepare accordingly. Okay, Sutarani.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
ସାର୍
find it.
ରେକର୍ଡେଡ୍ କ୍ଲାସ୍ ଗୁଡ଼ା ଆମେ କୋଉଠୁ ପାଇବୁ?
So all the recorded classes will be available in the IGNO website, right?
Yes, sir.
It will be uploaded. It will take some time to upload. After the uh, videos are uploaded, you can see, and also you can see other video. Also, there are so many videos prepared by or developed by government, uploaded by the IGNO. You can find it. Okay, fine.
Sir, ଆପଣଙ୍କ slide ଯାକ class ର ଟିକେ share କରିଦେବେ।
Yes, yes. All the slides I have prepared, I will share to the regional center. Okay, and they may share it. All the 6
Sir,
classes.
ଆଗର ସବୁ କୋଉ ବି teachers ମାନଙ୍କର ଆମକୁ ଏବେ ଯାଏଁ ମିଳିନି ତ ସେଥିପାଇଁ।
So I am not sure about others, but I will try to share my things. Okay, fine.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you
So
for your
thank you very much, dear students.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
ଥ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ୟୁ ସାର୍।
ଲିଲି ମାନି କିଛି କହୁଛ?
ହଁ sir, thank you sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. चलो.
Sir, এটা ଆପଣ କୋଉଠି share କରିବେ?
सुनी.
सर पीडीएफ टा कोठी
I will
शेयर
share to
करबे
the
आप
office.
नोट पीडीएफ टा शेयर
I will share to the office. I will share to the center office. Okay.
ओके
So
तो
thank you very
स्टडी
much.
मटेरियल किछि भी तो पाइलुनो तो सारा मिलिବ ନା ନାହିଁ
All the study
पोस्टल
materials available in the website.
नहीं सर बुक विल बी नॉट सेंड
When you are admitted in July.
नहीं सर जनवरी
Okay, fine. So it in the I hope it will be reached very soon to you.
अच्छा ओके थैंक
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear students. Anything any else? Any question?
सर असाइनमेंट सब आमे इटे हमर रीजनल सेंटर रे सबमिट करले हबो ना स्टडी सेंटर को जिबा पड़िबो ना कोन
It has been informed earlier.
ओके सर
Hmm. Okay. Thank you very much, dear students. Thank you. Shall we leave?
ओके सर
Yes. Okay. Chalo. Thank you.
ग्रुप रे तो काई किछि मेसेज आसुनी